Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Like, share, subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe and click that notification bell. Now, as the title states, I'm going to be talking about having 2 kids under 2 and the whole shebang of how I ended up with a second one so soon. Alright, so here I have my friends and they're going to be asking me all of the questions, them what everybody wants to know. So let's get right into it. So these are my friends. This is Alison. This is my friend from high school. Sorry, from grade 7. From grade 7. So she knows me from grade 7. And this is Chantel. We met in 2014, and we kind of clicked from then because we used to party Wally and yeah. So today they're going to be asking me the question and what people want to know: what happened, how it happened, the birds and the bees. Okay, so who wants to start?
Alright, so my first question for you is, how did you get pregnant a second time?
Okay, so first of all, women are created with eggs and men are created with
I did not know that.
Alright, okay, so first of all, when I had Jace, I had to go overseas to work, right? I left him around 5 months with his daddy and I went away. I left for about 4 months. 4 months. Because I left from November, like the 5th of November, and I came back the 10th of March, right? Remember that? To remember when is Lee's birthday, right? So I came back the 10th of March. So being away from your spouse for 4 months kind of get thirsty, right? So because I did thirsty and so we did do the things them, and then biology. Okay. So I gone for 4 months, so everybody was strong out and thing. And then I came back March 10th. Say I come back like 4 o'clock in the morning. The flight was like a late flight to early morning.
But
and I missed my flight. Yes, somebody was stressed out and all these things because I did carry this big old teddy bear dog, and according to Delta Airlines it is considered an extra luggage. So them want me dash with the dog, and at Jace I did carry the dog for. So I couldn't dash with the dog. So I missed the flight, so I ended up with a late flight, which ended up with me getting there in the morning at 4 a.m. So you step through the door and you're like, hey honey, I'm back
at 4 a.m.
Girl, you must set up and wait for it long time.
4 long months.
4 long months. So sis wasn't on any birth controls. So, because you're doing the rhythm method. If you don't know what's the rhythm method, go and look it up.
If you don't know what the rhythm method is, you should not be watching this video, mama.
So, we did that. So, but then we were... So they kind of, do the old time way before science came in. And, accidents happen. But, when accidents happen, there is an emergency that you can take. Which, honestly, we can tell the plain truth, I don't know when we get pregnant because we've been acted like bunnies. Okay, well, we were like, since we're thirsty and all. So I don't know which day. It could have been the same night. It could have been
the same night.
The
The second time on the same
night.
Or the third time.
Could have been the third time the same night. The fifth time that same day, where they'll start light now. Yes, I don't know when, but I thought I was good because the Lord is not that evil to me and He would never let me get pregnant so soon.
The Lord helps those who help them. I think the Lord just...
So wait, what was the question? I'm gonna get pregnant? Okay.
Yeah.
So then now, some time passed, we moved from the house that we were at and everything. And this was now April, like early April. So I kind of feel funny. Remember I told you that when you're pregnant, you're prone to UTIs, right? So I got a UTI, which I knew it was a UTI. So I went to the doctor. If you don't know what's a UTI, go and look it up. So I went to the doctor and she was like, and when's your last period? So I was like, sometime in February. So she's like, so you're not pregnant? I'm like, me? You must be mad. I'm like, no, my son is 10 months. I can never be pregnant. And she's like, right. So then she sent me to do a pregnancy test. And I'm like, foolishness.
Nothing to worry about.
Because you have to pay a fee at the doctor's office. So I say, waste some money. Which I said, I'm like, for suit fair stars, I'm going to do it. So, I went to the bathroom, which is not the way I want to find out these things. You understand what I'm saying? You want to find out with your spouse, I'll sit down and be like, honey, I'm pregnant. Inappropriate.
Yeah.
So, me that people in dirty clinic, bathroom, not clinic, it's a health, some private doctor. Because I didn't just drop by some doctor, because my doctor, she not drop by if you have to set appointment. So, the people in dirty bathroom, this is the setting, it's dark, it's dirty, it's stingy, and they have this little cheap pregnancy test. So, it never wastes no time, in no time so I was like, and that's how I found out. That's how I knew I was pregnant. That's how I got pregnant. Come guys. What else do you want to know?
What do you do after that?
Okay, so when I find out, say I was actually pregnant, immediately I just start bawl. Like tears just start running down. Because I say, Jace is 10 months and I could have barely, like the whole postpartum depression in Jace, and I could have barely deal with having a new baby, much less have two.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to start back, and then I went back to the doctor's office with the results of birth. She's like, okay, so you're pregnant. Lie down and let me feel your belly. So she feels it and she's like, it's about 4 weeks.
What?
So if you're counting, I got back the 10th of March and this was early April. So she was like, it's about 4 weeks.
Oh.
And tears just around my face. And she never cared, and she's like, you'll get over it, you'll do this. I'm like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing it. And she's like, okay, so here's your, prenatals, you need to take these. Here's the folic acid. And here is the slip to go and do the ultrasound. And I'm like, I don't know why you give me this final doctor, because I'm not do this, I am not doing this. She's like, you might be getting the girl.
She saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
She's trying to pull you in to see the light as well.
I'm sure y'all would have seen the light too, though, if you would have been at the same position.
Maybe.
Not right away.
Maybe after childbirth. That's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first reaction. I started bawling because I couldn't believe this. And right after I come into the doctor's office, I called Vaughn and I was like, congratulations, I'm pregnant.
Oh God.
And he was like, Kev, stop telling lie. I was like, I'm not telling lie, you know what you do? So, what you mean?
Oh, so him alone do it. Okay.
Yeah, what you mean? Listen, I had no part in it, okay? No part.
Okay.
See me? My eggs were there sitting nice and quiet and never call nobody and him come and fertilize. I
see.
nothing to do with it.
I see.
So
The last
time
time that happened was sometime in some how much BC.
Yeah.
We are talking
Yeah, some before Christ.
but I did before. Remember that did with Jace?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were the second virgin. Virgin man 2.0.
Yes.
Okay.
That's me.
Alright, so my next question is, how did you feel about, getting pregnant for a second time and Jason's just 10 months old? How did you feel about people's reaction to this?
Well, first of all, say I got shame because I don't have my own house. At the time, I don't have a car, and as we did mention in the first video, I really wanted to be set before I started having kids. No, like an idiot, you go breed again. That was the thought in my brain at the time. Like an idiot, you really make yourself go breed again. You understand? So I felt really ashamed about it, and I just feel like I'm ready for dead now. Like I was seriously no, it's dramatic, but it's just ready for dead now. Cause me I said nothing can worse than this in a life. What could have worse than for have a 10-month-old and they're pregnant?
But look at it this way. Both of them are gonna grow. Both of them are gonna go off to college the same and just come out to your house.
You'll be an empty nester.
Yes.
Listen, at that very second, okay, remember say hormones are run high now, because you just get pregnant.
Sure.
And when you just get pregnant, the hormones are actually multiplied. Even worse than throughout the pregnancy. So when you just, and then the thing is, when you start thinking about how I have to go pay 2 college tuition, I have to go buy 2 sets of clothes, 2 sets of diapers. Because remember say Jay still are wearing diapers. 2 so 2 sets of diapers, 2 everything, because them not reach now. And then as much as Jay's love ramp and appear trouble, I never know saying would I give this much trouble yet. But at the time did I give me a baby trouble, so I could not imagine having 2 days. So honestly, I was scared about what people would think, because personally I'm a very judgmental person, or was a very judgmental person. So when me see people with pitney like step, you see a baby in hand, one in a belly, one a crawl, one is when we used to see people like this, then she couldn't lock her foot. Like God knows she can't use birth control. Like we shared with so much pitney one time, one way or the other, and then it happened to me. So me feel like a big idiot. So I feel shame, because I say that's the same thing. People are gonna look for me and I say, how could you really go breed again and you just breed the other day? So and the support I got for Jace, I thought I would not have gotten the same support for a second child, especially so soon. So yeah, that's how I felt about the whole situation. What did I plan to do?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What was your question?
That's it.
What did I plan to do? Well,